yourself. Okay, no. Come back down towards me. Come back down. Ow!
So, we all know the upcoming live-action How to Train Your Dragon is likely going to stick pretty close to the original 2010 movie storyline. But what about the cast? Will they match up with the animated characters? To find out, today we're comparing the live-action movie cast to the animated characters. Plus, we'll dive into everything we know about the new film. The news about a live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie caught a lot of people off guard. While Disney has been busy bringing its animated classics to life with real actors and sets, other studios have been a bit hesitant to jump on that bandwagon. However, DreamWorks is taking a cue from Disney after the huge success of How to Train Your Dragon movies and TV shows. In 2025, we'll see those powerful dragons come to life in a whole new way, with director Dean DeBlois returning to hopefully capture the magic of what made the original trilogy so loved. But it's not just the dragons coming to life, the human characters from How to Train Your Dragon will too. Some actors are reprising their roles from the original films, while others are newcomers to the franchise, leading us to wonder how the live-action cast stacks up against their animated counterparts. Now let's dive into the actor comparisons from the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. First up is Mason Thames, who's stepping into the role of Hiccup. He's a rising star from Dallas, Texas, and really broke onto the scene with his lead role as Finney in Scott Derrickson's The Black Phone. His success landed him this part in How to Train Your Dragon, along with upcoming projects like Incoming and Monster Summer. Thames has also made waves on TV, playing Daniel Stevens in Apple TV Plus's For All Mankind and a younger version of Walker in the CW's Walker. As for Hiccup, he's the film's main character, taking over from Jay Baruchel, who voiced him in the animated series. Hiccup is a bit of an oddball in his Viking town, being scrawny and not fitting the typical Viking mold. Thames is a great fit since he's still young and has a slender build, which matches Hiccup's character. Plus, his long ginger brown hair aligns perfectly with how Hiccup looked in the original trilogy. Next, we have Nico Parker, who is the daughter of director Ole Parker and actress Thandiwe Newton, and she was born in London, England. Parker burst onto the scene with her role in Tim Burton's live-action remake of Dumbo back in 2019. Since then, she's been busy appearing in films like Reminiscence and Suncoast, and she'll also be starring in How to Train Your Dragon and Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy in 2025. One of her notable roles was Sarah in HBO's The Last of Us. In the live-action remake, Parker is taking on the role of Astrid, who's not only an expert in dragon training, but also Hiccup's rival turned love interest. Visually, Parker looks quite different from Astrid's animated character compared to how Thames resembles Hiccup. Astrid was originally depicted as blonde, while Parker has darker skin and hair. Unfortunately, this has sparked some unfortunate criticisms based solely on skin tone, even before we've had a chance to see Parker as Astrid in any first-look images. Now that filming has wrapped, fans are eagerly waiting for a glimpse of her in the role. Gerard Butler is set to play Stoic the Vast, the big guy in charge of Burke and Hiccup's father. Born on November 13, 1969 in Paisley, Renfrewshire, Scotland, Butler has been in the game for a while. He had some smaller roles in the 90s, popping up in movies like Mrs. Brown, Tomorrow Never Dies, and Tale of the Mummy. But his big break came in Zack Snyder's 300, which really put him on the map and led to a string of action-packed films like Olympus Has Fallen, Gods of Egypt, Geostorm, Greenland, Cop Shop, and Plane. He's actually voiced Stoic in the original How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, making him the only actor to reprise his role in this live-action version. Stoic is portrayed as a massive character in the animated films, but Butler can definitely bulk up with the right costume and makeup to match his animated counterpart. Next up is Nick Frost, who'll be taking on the role of Gober. Frost is a British actor from Hornchurch, England, and he's been a staple in British comedy for years. He gained recognition through the sitcom Spaced, which he created with Simon Pegg and director Edgar Wright. They later teamed up for the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy, featuring hits like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Gober is the blacksmith of Burke, Stoic's best buddy, and a mentor to Hiccup in the series. In the original trilogy, Gober is depicted as a stout, one-footed, one-handed guy with a long blonde beard and some unique teeth. While Frost might need some CGI or prosthetics for the missing limbs, his build fits Gober's stout nature perfectly. Plus, even if he's a bit easier on the eyes than Gober, he feels like a solid match for the role. Then we have Julian Dennison, who is taking on the role of Fish Legs. Born in Wellington, New Zealand, Dennison started acting in 2013 with films like Shopping and Paper Planes. He really broke out in 2016's Hunt for the Wilder People, which opened the door for him to Hollywood hits like Deadpool 2, The Christmas Chronicles 2, and Godzilla vs. Kong. He's also set to star in the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. Fishlegs is another kid from Berk training to fight dragons alongside Hiccup and Astrid. He's kind of a know-it-all when it comes to dragons, and while he's a bigger character, he doesn't have Stoic's muscle. Dennison's build matches Fishlegs well, and he's known for his quick speech, which will help him deliver all those fun dragon facts. That said, the final 3 cast members for the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, starting with Gabriel Howell as Snoutlout. Not much is known about Howell, who is a British actor who's just starting to make a name for himself. His previous roles include The Fence, Bodies, and he's got a part in the upcoming BBC series Night Sleeper. In the animated films, Snoutlout is the brash, muscular kid from Berk who often bullies Hiccup, trying to impress his peers, especially Astrid. While Howell might not have the stocky build of the animated Snoutlout, there are reports that the live-action version will make him Hiccup's cousin, which could work out nicely as Howell and Thames share a similar look. Next up is Bronwyn James as Roughnut. Born in 1994, James is another British talent, gaining recognition with her breakout role in the period drama Harlots. She's also appeared in shows like Cheaters and Lockwood & Co., and she's set to star in the upcoming film adaptation of Wicked before stepping into the role of Roughnut. Roughnut is one half of the obnoxious twin duo from Berk, always bickering with her brother and trying to prove herself as a dragon warrior. While James might not match the tall and spindly frame of Roughnut from the original trilogy, her acting chops will definitely bring that loud and annoying energy to the character. Lastly, we have Harry Trev Aldwin as Toughnut, Roughnut's twin brother. Born on February 11, 1994 in Oxford, unlike his fellow villagers who love slaying dragons, Hiccup wants to impress his dad Stoic. He ends up capturing a night fury named Toothless, showing that dragons and Vikings can live in harmony. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.